Good morning, students. Today our topic is genetics. We start with what is genetics. It is the branch of study that deals with transmission of characters or heredity. So we can say genetics is the study of heredity, that is transmission of characters, both similarities and differences from the parents to their offspring, and also the laws governing it. You'll find that variation is a characteristic which is seen in species, mainly because of crossing over that we have studied during meiosis. Crossing over results in exchange of genetic material leading to variation in species. Another phenomenon we can say called as mutation. So variation is mainly due to crossing over of genes, and second, it's because of mutation, during which the position of genes on the chromosomes it changes, and this leads to variation in species. So what are these chromosomes? We have already studied about chromosomes. You know that the chromatin fibers present in the nucleus of a cell, prior to cell division, they become short and thick. They become condensed and highly coiled. Chromosomes are coiled and condensed chromatin fiber which are present in a cell prior to cell division. Chromosomes which are identical, coming one from each parent, they come together and form pairs of chromosomes which we call as homologous chromosomes. Identical chromosomes coming one from each parent and forming a pair, we call them as the homologous pairs of chromosomes. Chromosome numbers, they are always in pairs, and chromosome numbers are always fixed in every organism. It is seen that the chromosomes, human beings have 46 chromosomes, or we can say 23 pairs of chromosomes, of which the pair from 1 to 22, these pairs are more or less similar in shape and size, and they are called as the autosomes. The 23rd pair of chromosome is the chromosome which we call as the allosome, or they are also called as the sex chromosomes, because this 23rd pair, in males it is represented by a capital X and Y, where Y is much smaller than the X, and in case of females, it is represented by 2x, where both are identical in shape, similar in shape. So, it is the 23rd chromosome which differentiates between a male and a female. So, we call them as the allosomes or the sex chromosome. And because of this, whether a newborn child will be a son or a daughter is dependent. So generally you will find when meiosis occurs in the male reproductive organs, so what are the gametes that we get? If this is a combination of the 23rd chromosome, so when meiosis occurs, males produce gametes or the sperms which will be of two types, because meiosis will result in halving of the chromosome number. So 50% of the sperms will be having X-bearing chromosome and 50% will be having Y-bearing chromosome. Whereas in case of females, the gametes called as the egg or the ova, because both are X, all gametes will be having X chromosome. So it is a matter of chance as to which sperm will fuse with this X-bearing egg. So if X sperm fuses with a X egg fuses with the Y-bearing sperm, the resulting child is son, because X and Y is the combination of males. Then the resulting individual is son. But if this fuses, X fuses with this X bearing, then the resulting individual is a daughter. So this is a son and this is a daughter, because females will be having 2X chromosomes. So it is a matter of chance as to which sperm will fuse with the egg regarding birth of son or a daughter. You will find these chromosomes numbers are fixed in individuals, as I have said. So if you take chromosome number 38, it is present in lion, it is present in cat, it is present in tiger. So if all of them have the same chromosome number, that means chromosome number does not decide the physical features, behavior, color, characteristics of organisms. So in spite of having the same chromosome number, we definitely identify a lion and a cat and a tiger from each other by its physical features. Another interesting chromosome number is 48. You will find gorilla, it has chromosome number 48, whereas a potato also has chromosome number 48. So definitely it is not the chromosome number which is responsible for behavior or physical features or color of individuals. Then which is that structure? You'll find there are hereditary units located on the chromosome. If you have a chromosome at certain places on the chromosome, which we call as the locus, you'll find genes are located like gene A, gene B, gene C. These are all imaginary genes that I am mentioning. So they will be located at fixed position on the chromosome. These genes are called as the hereditary units. These are segments of DNA. The term gene was first coined by a geneticist called as Wilhelm Johansen. And they carry the hereditary material. As a result, expression of a character is because of the genes. Now, these genes you will find are present in two alternative forms for a character. Like these alternative forms of the character, like if you take the character of using of the hand. If that is the character we are considering, say gene A is for the character of using of the hand. So there can be two alternative forms of using of the hand. What can be the alternative forms? Using of the right hand or using of the left hand. So these alternative forms of a genes are called as the alleles and you will find of this maximum people use the right hand and few people use the left hand. So the allele which is dominant is expressed in most of the cases and the allele which is recessive is expressed only under certain conditions where you will find, so the alleles will be of two types, dominant and recessive, under certain conditions. For a characteristic to be explained, for a character to be expressed, you will find chromosomes which are always present in pairs and alleles which are the alternative forms for a character. You will find there can be different combination. Like if you are taking the characteristics of using of hand, let us take capital H to represent the character of using of hand. So capital letter will be representing the dominant character, that is using of right hand, and small h, the same alphabet, will be used to represent the recessive character which is using of the left hand. So you will find a person who is using right hand or has the feature of right-handedness can have a combination of two double H. So when both these alleles are of the same type, we call this as homozygous. Homo means same. Homozygous dominant allele. A person using the right hand can also have another combination, that is capital H and small h, where capital H being the dominant character will suppress the smaller h, but the dominant character using of the right hand will be expressed. And you will find in this case, because both are different, we use the term hetero. Hetero means different. Heterozygous dominant. So under what conditions we usually see some left-handed people, even in the class you will find. So under what condition this left-handed feature will be expressed? You will find we can have a third combination where if both the alleles are recessive in nature, then it can be expressed. So both being same, we will call it as homozygous, and because it is small h representing the weaker character, we will call it as homozygous recessive. So only when this combination is there, the recessive character can be expressed. Otherwise, we can have two combinations, homozygous dominant or heterozygous dominant, for expression of the dominant character, that is using of the right hand. Like this, we